A little bit over a year ago, I bought a 1998 Suzuki GSX-R-750 SRAD, sight unseen in Washington, and I rode it back to Idaho. Over the last year, I've done a few track days on this bike, and through the winter and the spring, I started transitioning it over to a dedicated track bike. So I finally got the bike mostly finished, and I'm really excited to be riding it on the track for the first time. And when I say track, I'm very excited about this racetrack because I'm at a track called Area 27 in Canada. First time ever at this racetrack, and I'm doing a 2-day track day with OPP Racing. This facility is absolutely first class, and I've got the SRAD, and I've got another bike to ride as well. And yeah, we're gonna do 2 days on the track. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully all the bolts are tight and nothing catastrophic happens. Let's go. It's gonna be a good couple of days. So here she is. Basically started with pure white bodywork, a white tank, and then sent it back to the painter to have the blue added and Suzuki logo put underneath the clear coat. The rest of this vinyl came from eBay and like an OEM style kit, came from overseas. So it was slightly challenging for a few different reasons. One, this is race bodywork, so it's not exactly the same as a stock bike. And two, just getting the vinyl to lay on was quite challenging, and ended up having to make some adjustments. One of the adjustments was they didn't send blue for this section because I guess on the stock bike this is painted blue. So kind of adapted this piece that was supposed to go in the tank, put that here. Got the neon orange GSX-R logo there. I'm not super in love with that. I think that might change in the future, but yeah, pretty pumped with how it's looking. Okay, I have the track day in like 6 days, and now it's enough time messing around with graphics. I really need to make sure this bike runs. I assume it does because it ran when I took it apart. Famous last words. But yeah, and I didn't take the engine apart. It was mainly just components. So yeah, I'll hopefully put a couple of miles on it and some roads around here, back roads, and then yeah, we'll load it up and take it to Canada. So in earlier videos in this build process, I did talk about doing some armor racing, and I was going to go to the Midwest and do a few races out there. But unfortunately, work projects kind of got in the way, and that was absolutely not going to happen this summer with some schedule conflicts. And honestly, the bikes aren't quite as far along as I'd hoped, and my riding really isn't as far along as I hoped either. So I was looking for something cool to do, and I heard about this track up in Canada called Area 27. Okay, so we're here with Patrick from OPP Racing. He's the man in charge.
So this is Area 27. It is probably the best track in Canada. It is a private track. It's a members track only. I am the only corporate member here that puts on track days as a corporate member. OPP Racing and OPP Trackdays. It is just an amazing track. It's 4.85 kilometers. It's very technical. We have 3 blind corners with elevation changes. It is just spectacular. I mean, there's wineries around. It is a beautiful facility. We just do track days here. We usually do 4 per year. You can find them at opptrackdays.com. And also we sell motorcycle parts. We've been a Brembo distributor for the last, I think it's 28 years, as well as other motorcycle parts, as suspension, rear sets, wheels, absolutely everything in between.
Awesome. How long has this racetrack been here?
2016, that was the grand opening. This is actually the 10th year anniversary this year.
Well, I certainly really appreciate it. I've bought some parts for the old SRAD from your website, and I really appreciate the work that you guys do to keep some of these old bikes going, and then also for letting people onto this racetrack. So it's pretty incredible.
Oh, thank you very much.
Pretty excited to go ride, and we'll just keep the rubber side down today?
Absolutely. That's one of the biggest things for OPP Track Days is safety, because it is a very fast, very technical track, and we want everybody to have a great time and no crashing. That's
awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Not a problem at all.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, I've been avoiding this subject, but because I know I'm probably going to get some grief about it, and I realized the reason I started this channel was for old 80s, 90s, 2000 bikes. And I'm here, I'm riding an R9. I bought an R9, and honestly the reason for it was I just wanted a turnkey track bike, a bike that I could basically take anywhere, turn the key, press the start button and go. No setup, nothing fancy. I've got some Michelin Power GP 2 tires on it. They're like a 50/50 street track day tire, and I just wanted something that was just like simple. Especially for trips like this where it's like such an investment, time and money to come all the way up here, and it would really suck to come up and have a bike that doesn't work and ruin the track day. So I'm going to ride the R9 this morning and kind of learn the racetrack, see how things go, and then hopefully take the SRAD out later this afternoon or tomorrow and see how she does out there. But yeah, I definitely don't want to be like worrying about a motorcycle and trying to learn the track at the same time. So hence the reason for the R9. And honestly, it's like such a sweet little bike. It's like fast enough, it's comfy, it's got some cool tech, lap timer, traction control, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we're headed out on the R9. We'll trip around Area 27 here in British Columbia, Canada. Fun. Love that section. It's just like up, down, up, down. The track is incredible. It's a really nice mix of different kind of technical turns. Turn 1 has got this downhill into a banking, and then a long fast straightaway. And then you got some really interesting like double apex left-handers. One of them, you go up a hill crest, and then it's almost like a Laguna Seca corkscrew downhill. A couple of blind corners. What I really enjoy about this track is that there's like a lot of different types of turns. There's chicanes, there's double apex turns, there's single turns, there's uphill, downhill, there's blind crests. So a lot of variety, and it's a pretty long lap, say around like 2 minutes 30. It's like an intermediate-ish pace. And it's an incredible setting, just beautiful mountains all the way around. And yeah, all in all, it's great times. going to take the SRAD out in the relaxed group. This feels very different than the R9. It feels quite a bit stiffer, the suspension, which hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully I'm fast enough to use it. But yeah, bike is quite a bit wider. None of the helping hands that I have on the R9 with traction control, slipper clutch and all things. Yeah, thanks buddy. Oh, that's a cool bike. Oh, the carbon Superbike forks. Yeah, kind of nervous about riding this thing, to be honest. No steering dampener either. We've got to figure that out. But we'll just do a few laps, see how it goes. Nothing crazy. I don't know why, I always get so nervous going out on track. Did feel pretty good in that last session, but did get a little rowdy. There was a couple of crashes, one guy wasn't getting up, a couple of guys coming around with probably more lean angle than they should have been using, and then they red flagged the session. No slipper clutch, and a pretty stiff cable clutch definitely adds to the firm feel of this motorcycle. At this pace the bike feels really good. Unfortunately this is not the pace that you ride a bike on the racetrack. We got some brake fade. Yeah, the front brakes are gone. Not a nice feeling when you're pulling on the lever and then you just feel it coming back towards the bar. Whew. Glad it happened where it did. Got that banjo bolt tightened back up, and there's pressure on the lever for sure, but it doesn't feel as good as it could be. So I made the call to just hold off. I'm gonna bleed the brakes tonight. It kind of feels like there's gonna be a little bit of air in there now. Yeah, I just don't have a ton of confidence in it. So I'm gonna work on the brakes a little bit tonight or first thing in the morning, and then yeah, we'll try again. But in the meantime, having a really good time on the R9. Starting to figure out the track, go a little bit faster, and yeah, it's awesome. The track is so much fun. It's just ups and downs, flat turns, and yeah, just having a great time. Well, that's a wrap on day one. Had such an awesome day. It was super fun. Rode the R9 most of the day. Had the small issue with the SRAD that we talked about, but I think I've got that resolved. I bled the brakes and they're feeling a lot better. Towards the end of the day, I did a really rough lap time on the lap timer of like about 2 minutes 30. Prior to this trip, I watched a couple of YouTube videos. One guy was super fast, he was like 2 minutes, and the other guy was a little bit slower and he was around 3 minutes. So I feel like 2.5 minutes is like respectable. But yeah, had a lot of fun. Was kind of starting to drag a knee through most of the turns, and yeah, no real surprises other than the little brake issue on the SRAD. So yeah, I'm really excited for day two. I'm gonna get rested up, and the plan for tomorrow is to put more laps on the SRAD. So I really want to make that a priority. So looking forward to tomorrow, day two, and yeah, we'll do some more laps. It'll be fun. So I did a relaxed grip session on the SRAD this morning, and fixed the brakes last night. I thought I fixed the brakes. but the brakes are still leaking out of the master cylinder. I have a little bit of brake fluid here and up here. These crush washers need to be replaced. Made the decision I'm not gonna mess with it here. To replace those crush washers, I'd have to refill the fluid, re-bleed them, and honestly just have some reservations about riding a bike with potential brake issues. So yeah, I did a few laps, I learned a few things, and yeah, I'm gonna just park it for the day. I'm gonna put the R9 on the warmers, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day on the R9. Does feel like I'm a little bit giving up, but also being this far away from home and at a different racetrack in a different country, I don't really see the need to do any more unnecessary risks. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was a failed mission. Definitely could have gone better, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know, my health and safety is probably the most important thing. So yeah, we'll park it and take it back to Idaho, do some more work on it, get it a bit more dialed in, and then we'll take it to the track in Utah at some point in the future. So yeah, this is by no means the last time you'll see this SRAD, but I think it's the last time it's gonna hit the racetrack today. So yeah, let's go. R9 hitting the track soon. Well, that's a wrap on the Canadian Track Day adventure. Such an amazing time up here riding Area 27. Really enjoyed the racetrack. Also, the Canadian people were just fantastic. Everybody was so friendly. The crew from OPP ran a great track day. Obviously, it could have been better with the SRAD. It would have been nice to do a few more laps on it. However, when it comes to brakes, it's not really something you mess around with. So yeah, I'm happy with my decision to kind of put that on pause for a little bit. Riding the R9 was a great time. Also got to ride a really fun KTM 450 supermoto bike, and the racetrack was great. Went relatively fast, felt good, met some great people, and all in all, it was a super fun weekend. Highly recommended. Thank you so much for watching. If anybody has any questions about riding Area 27 or OPP or bringing bikes into Canada, definitely hit me up. It's a pretty simple process, not a whole lot to it, but it's a great time. I highly recommend it. Beautiful place, beautiful people, and everything is slightly on sale right now for Americans with the exchange rate, so that's always a bonus. So yeah, the bikes are loaded up, I'm in one piece, and we're going to head back to Idaho. So thank you so much for watching. If you could subscribe if you're interested in this kind of stuff, definitely do that. That helps us out quite a bit. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.